guys, it's Kyle from Badlands Motorsports, and I'm in lovely Moab, Utah. I'm at a condo, so it's not like the best scenery here, but anyway, basically, just want to catch up and touch base with you real quick. Got the Honda Africa Twin here. We went out and did Lockhart Basin yesterday, and one thing I wanted to show you guys is, so I've got the Camel ADV Footpeg brace right here, and it's awesome. It keeps the peg from shearing off right here. It's done an amazing job. Unfortunately, that makes now the bolt hole itself right here the weak link, and you can see right there that it's snapped. What's happening is you see these little mar marks. The peg is coming up when the bike gets laid over, and it's prying. It creates a lever here. It stops there, creates a lever, and then pushes out, and you can see right there where it snapped. Luckily, Corey from Camel ADV is actually here riding with the Dirt Circus and here in Moab, and I had joined them, and he happened to have a brand new Footpeg brace or Footpeg mount in his van, and I bought this off of him. And I want to do a quick little video. What Corey has done to make this to kind of prevent this is he takes a file and he carves this out, and by doing so it allows the peg to fold up even higher, which then does not put any pressure on this mount. So I'm gonna do a quick little video just how to swap this out, and then I'll show you how to file it and what it's supposed to look like, and then hopefully that'll help you out if you have this issue. So this is actually my second time doing this. I broke this once before doing the Nevada BDR. Again, has nothing to do with the Camel brace itself. The Camel brace really helps a ton to prevent this from shearing off where Corey had designed it to shear off, to not shear off, I should say. But the problem is, like I said, with the Honda design, you can look and see there's not much material there in the bolt hole. So, you know, once one thing is fixed, then it creates another issue. And Corey and I have chatted about this a lot, and there's really nothing that you can do besides this file job to help prevent that, because this is, I mean, it's cast aluminum. So unfortunately, it is a flaw in the design when Honda designed this Footpeg. So the new Adventure Sports, this is made out of cast iron, so it's a lot more heavy duty. It will bend now instead of just shear, which, you know, is good and bad, I guess. But again, I've done this once before. It's not that bad of a job. You take your foot brake off. I'll remove the Camel ADV peg brace. I'll move the exhaust bolt, remove this frame bolt, and it'll all just kind of come out, and I'll put it back on and with the new one, and I'll show you how to do the file job after that. So I got the peg off, and you can see where it just like snapped in there. It also bent the bolt a little bit. So anyway, it's just a better view of what I'm working on here. And here is one more look at what has happened. It didn't actually snap all the way through on this backside, which is great. That's what helped me get out of here. I mean, off the trail. But it definitely had bent down and had snapped there. One other thing, you do have to remove at least parts of the exhaust. I don't know, I can't remember honestly how the stock exhaust is, but for my aquapobic exhaust, I gotta remove the can, and then I had to, obviously you have to remove this bolt to do it, and to get to this bolt down here, have a little tiny bend in my exhaust. Now, I didn't want to have to take off the entire exhaust to do it. It's a giant pain in the butt. Skid plate has to be removed. This bracket here would have to be removed and all that. So luckily my Allen wrench was able to get in there, and I just have a small little dent in there now, but it makes it easy to get that out. So anyway, I'm gonna put the new one on. You have to swap over these little rubber bushings and all that to the new one, and then we'll get it back on. So I thought I'd show you this off the bike. So what Corey has suggested that I do here is where the foot peg comes up and hits, so right here, I'm going to take some of that material off with a file. You can see it's just a stoppage right there. It's all pot metal, so it's not going to make it any less weak by doing that. You see it's hitting there. Again, I'm going to basically bring this up, kind of hit it, make a mark, file it down. Do it again, file it down until this peg is not going to be laying at an angle like this. It'll actually lay flush. That way when the bike goes down, you know, see this angle here, we'll get it almost at 90 here. That way when the bike goes down, it's not going to put a bunch of pressure on this backside and snap this off that way. All right, so you can see here that I took it down, kind of just took this little edge off on both ends. I did this with a file from a Gerber, and it took me maybe 5 minutes at most, just working a little bit at a time. And now you can see that it folds up pretty much 90 degrees. So that should really help. I mean, obviously it's still hitting here, and you want it to have a stopping point eventually. But you know, on the bike it's going to fold up that much. I could probably go a little bit more, but I think that's probably enough for all intents and purposes. I said that's almost 90 degrees there, and once you have you know, everything else in the way, I think it'll be enough. So yeah, I'm gonna get this all put back on the bike and I'll show you when it's all buttoned up. All right, one real quick thing, one of the last things I've done here just for good measure, as you can see here and here, little humps in it. I took a round file and then just cut the notches out. I don't know if you can get a good angle of that or not. I just cut the notches out of where this hits here, just so I'm not taking any more material off here, and allows it to fold up just a tiny bit more. These are stainless, super 2211 stainless, and super strong. And so basically I wanted to take a little bit more material here just to give it a little bit more fold. You know, depending on your pegs, you may or may not be able to do that, but I have the IMS Rally pegs. I like how big they are, but unfortunately I think that has also added a little bit to my problem, because they're just gigantic. And these aren't even as big as their ADV pegs. Their ADV pegs are like this, so those are a little bit overkill. But anyway, so I had Black Dogs before. I really like those as well. I haven't really decided for sure which ones I'm going to keep yet, but I'm pretty happy with how far these fold up right now. All right, got everything all back on. With the Camel brace, you got to remember you do have to drill another hole for that brace there in the new bracket. But other than that, everything looks like it's all good to go. The peg folds up a lot more than it did, and I think that'll do it. We'll go test it out here in Moab today. I'm gonna do the White Rim Trail. Nothing crazy, but gorgeous, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we don't have any mishaps with it, but I think that'll solve my issue, at least for a while. So until next time, thanks for watching. This is Kyle from Backcountry Adventure Motorsports. I'm out.